Hey girls, it's Monday, and this week we're talking about some of the favorite books we've read recently. So, the last book I read was The 10 p.m. Question by Kate DeGoli, and it's about this boy named Frankie who worries about everything, and then a girl comes and helps him, through what she does to help him work through a lot of stuff. It was really interesting, and I really liked it. Really good. It takes place in New Zealand, so they talk about cricket a lot. So that's pretty cool. Yes. And I'm just going to talk about some of my other favorite books too, because I've read that many recently. This is a really good book. It's The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. It takes place during the Holocaust, and it tells about this girl who she lives in Germany. And they have to keep going to the bomb shelters because of all the bombing and the war, and she collects books for them to read. She steals all these books so they have them, and it's actually told from the perspective of death. So it's really interesting. Let's see. They have all these bold print stuff here's a small fact: you are going to die. Reaction to the aforementioned fact. Does this worry you? I urge you, don't be afraid. I'm nothing if not fair. And just goes on like that. And it's about this girl. She eventually meets this little boy. And it's just a really good book. Especially if you like Holocaust books like I do. I have a ton. And there's these cool drawings in there. Yeah. Yes, I highly recommend this book. And one of my big things was getting my mom's book club to read this book and The Hunger Games. I was pretty proud of myself because usually they don't read books that I would actually read usually. So yes, I highly recommend this book. Now I'm just going to talk about some of my other favorite books too as well, just because my bookshelf's back there and I feel like it. This is a good book. I've read it. I first read it in elementary school, but it's called Running Out of Time by Margaret Peterson Haddix, and basically she thinks it's 1860 or something, and it's actually 1996. So they live in this village where they are it's back in time, they live primitively, but really it's 1996, and she has to go out into the real world to get help because they're all dying of diphtheria, and it's really interesting. It turns out that the plot's kind of evil. It's really an evil reason why they're kept back in time, and I highly recommend this book. Hunger Games, another good book. I started reading this because the people of MuggleCast, they used to do a podcast called Smart Mouths, and then they were all talking about it all the time, so I got it. And then for my birthday, I got all 3 books, and I couldn't put this down, especially the first one. I got it from the library on a weekday, and I had to wake up really early the next day, so I couldn't even start it then, so I started the next day. Super good. I mean, kind of gruesome, because these are kids killing each other, but oh my goodness, I love this series. I think my favorite one is this one, but I've only read them all each once, so it's hard to say. I just finished this. It was okay. It told all the stories about 13 different people, and so you had to keep track of them all because they only had each one chapter, and it was okay. But it was sort of interesting how all their stories collided because it was 13 different people, but it was only okay. It's called Bleed by Laurie Farias Dolard. Here's another really good book. It's called Skies Everywhere by Jandy Nelson, and this is an ARC. I won in a contest, but anyways, this girl, she and her sister were sort of close, but not really, and then her sister dies suddenly, and she has to deal with it, and she plays the clarinet in her band, which is cool, and then she meets this really cute guy, and he helps her work through everything, and this book is awesome. I highly recommend it.